Thank you, and as you can tell from the background, we are in the midst of a championship game as the Moorhead Spuds get ready to take on the Roseau Rams. This is the girls Section 8 championship with the winner earning the right to move on to state competition next week. And Rob Grammer, there's nothing more exciting in preparation for a game to know that you've got this kind of trophy waiting for you at the end of the day.
Well, there's nothing better than a chance to play at the XL Energy Center. And I'm reflecting as I wake up this morning on years past and these girls, seeing them around the rink in Moorhead from the Intensifies, same in Roseau. You know, they start playing hockey, a lot of them when they're 4 and 5 years old, and the pinnacle is a chance to get to the XL Energy Center. And here we are tonight, both sides with that chance.
Roseau has been somewhat of a regular visitor to state tournament play in recent years, but the Spuds has been 17 years. Most of the girls on this year's team weren't born the last time Moorhead went to state tournament.
Wow, yeah, that's incredible to think of it that way, and really fun to just catch up here tonight a little bit with the coach, Jim McFarland, talking about that team and how special that group was, and kind of relaying the game and how it went, and how Bemidji is who they beat in that section.
Yeah, and according to what he said, they had no business beating Bemidji because Bemidji had the better talent, but he said it was one of those nights, and Jim McFarland had a way of bringing his team around, I think. He had a unique talent.
Well, he's a Hall of Famer, and you don't just get that given to you, right? You earn that, and Jimmy Mack was a tremendous coach and led the Spuds to a number of state tournaments, that being the last one in 06, I believe.
Yeah, 2006. Starting goaltender is Jade Pulowski for the Rams. She is on as the Rams come into tonight's game with a record of 17 wins and 10 losses. In section play, 10 wins and 3 losses. In section playoff action, a win over Buffalo 4-0, and then a game against Alexandria in the semifinals. 3-1 was the final of that one, and that earned them the right to play the other semifinal winner, which was Moorhead, who earned their way into this game with a victory over Sartell 8-0 and over Brainerd 3-1, and something that has shown up, I think, for the Spuds in recent games, including at the end of the regular season, is a stronger defensive effort.
Yeah, they're battening down the hatches, as they say, and that's what you need. That's the kind of effort you need heading into the big playoff games and a big section final like this. Is you play with structure and solid defensively. Try to minimize the mistakes and the transition opportunities you'll give the other team, and the Spuds have certainly shown an affinity for that.
Taylor Crescent will be in goal for the Spuds tonight. Moorhead is averaging 4 goals a game. Roseau is averaging 3. Moorhead is giving up an average of 2.1. Roseau is giving up an average of 2.6, which just goes to verify what we were talking about. Both teams know that the result of this game will be determined by the defensive play.
Yeah, and the goaltending is going to play a huge role in it, because no matter how well you play defensively, there's always going to be a time in the game where the team gets a tremendous grade A opportunity, and that's where you need your goaltenders to shine, and both of these girls certainly can do that.
One of the things we'll also notice as we look up and down the roster is that the Spuds have a fair amount of seniors on their team. Roseau has 0 seniors, and put into the mix, they have 7 eighth graders. 7 eighth graders and no seniors on this year's Roseau team. Teams have been introduced. They meet now at the blue lines and face the flag, and we will return and drop the puck after this timeout.
Start.
During the regular season, Moorhead claimed 2 victories over Roseau, 5-2 in the first, 4-3 in the second. Things are getting tighter.
They sure are, and that's very common as the year goes on for things to tighten up, and Roseau able to make some adjustments the second time around after playing the Spuds once, and so I can't imagine it's gonna not be any tighter tonight.
Roseau head coach Amanda Giles, Moorhead head coach Ryan Kraft, and we're underway, and Roseau claims the opening draw, turns it around and heads in just over the blue line, but the Spuds defense turning it right back up ice, and it's being chased now to the near side by Amelia Queen. Down low and behind the net, tried to whisk it out of the zone, but got caught up in the boards. A scramble forward along there before it comes out near the point. Spuds got it offside, and they caught a break on that play as it did just seem to come away. And the play continues on as it's chased down behind the net and brought up on the near side with a long pass that comes all the way through. It could have been played. No icing the call here. Roseau first to make a change. Spuds go down deep to pick it up as Kate Kozabad, who is having an outstanding finish to this season, works a pass up ice, and it's played back now near side by Kylie Bjork. Up against the wall, a scramble forward out to the near side, and rolling it down off to the far side. And it's picked up there by Addison Johnson, and the Rams have it up along the near side. Spuds come in to poke it away. Bria Holm dishes it off to the far side. It's played up tight in the corner, and then it comes back behind the net, and it's kicked along, and both teams are taking a chance at getting a possession on the puck as it rolls out now on the near side and brought up ice by Ella Kettering. And from there, play stops. We talked earlier about the fact that this last time the Spuds were in state tournament play, Jim McFarland was the head coach. John Schultz, a wily veteran, was the defensive coach and assistant.
Yeah, and you can't say enough about the effort both those guys put into building a program that was new not too long before that last state tournament appearance, and just in general, the effort those guys put into hockey, and John Schultz is one of the...
Spuds on the way in, work at near side. Annie Krieg had a roll off her stick, pushed it then behind the net, and it's chased down by Amelia Queen. Up to the point, wind up in a shot there, deflected away. Good save by Jada Pulowski. Comes near side as the Spuds pick it up. Working away along Olivia Corton, goes deep to the far corner, still in control, then sends it out to the point. Quick shot down low, and the rebound just kicked wide, and it plays behind the net where Queen is there to pick it up. Back to the near side and threw it behind. The Spuds are there to cover up nicely. Addie Salvovold added off to the far side before it's returned and played back into the corner. Spuds lining it up there, and they send it out, and it comes out to center ice where it's regained then by Olivia Dronen. Kate Kozabud takes over and taps it ahead, but had it rejected. Here's a 2-on-1 break. It evens up now, and it came in offside. So the Spuds again catch a little bit of a break there as the play came in, allowing them to regain possession.
Yeah, I know you had one of the Rams players excited for a potential 2-on-1 break and just couldn't contain that excitement quite enough and snuck in over the line before the puck.
Face off down, Spuds have it. We are just underway. There's been no scoring. The Spuds bring it to the line with an odd player rush. To the near side, it's dished down deep into the corner, and Ella Holmes circles out of the far corner and backhands it down low, and it's played there as the Spuds take a hold of it with Lucy Wilson, sending it rink wide. Near the side, along the wall, out to center. Kate Kozabud returns it, got away from and off the stick of Taylor Brusky, and it comes back down to the near corner. Chased down by Samantha Peterson, taken away by the Spuds, and they turn it around and head up near side. That one is lifted up and lifted out of play into the crowd near side. And considering that this is a Thursday night, it was to have been a Wednesday night, and with the weather conditions that we've had, middle of the week and all that, still a representative crowd on hand to enjoy this one.
Yeah, nice crowd. There's a lot of faces you see as you walk the concourse. Both bands are here, which always makes it exciting.
If not exciting, at least noisy.
Noisy, for sure.
Played, here's a shot on goal, and it's steered away. Taylor Crescent being tested on that one. Long play out of the zone. Spuds still have to put a shot on goal as Roseau has the slight advantage in that regard with 2 shots on, Moorhead without one. And as a result of that, there's been no scoring, and the faceoff comes all the way back into the Moorhead end off to the glove side of goaltender Taylor Crescent. Play is down as they circle around and head in, drawn off to the side. Shot sent right on goal, and a little bit in a hurry, and it nearly caught Crescent leaning the wrong way, but she managed to clamp down and make the save.
Yeah, Crescent tested early, third shot for the Rams, all of which have been dangerous opportunities. One coming on the backhand in tight, a couple of long-range shots that bounced around, but Crescent up to the task early.
Played around to the near side, and Summer Bufflin sends it down low. Steered away as the Spuds defense collapsing down around Crescent to put the puck back into play and force the play up. And on the near side, here's the walk up by Olivia Corton. She goes down. Play continues in the corner. Pulled away by Bufflin. Off to the far side and out. It goes all the way through. Chased down in the far corner by Olivia Dronen. The stick handles it. She was bothered all the way. She is drawn to the ice, and play continues on. A strong defensive performance by Kylie Bjork of Roseau. It rolls out to center ice where the Rams are there to take it back again, and play continues on along the near side. Walk across the line by Ella Kettering. Off to the far side, it gets loose and works its way out to center again where the Spuds are there to pull it away. It's 1-on-3 into the zone, and then had it pulled away, and it came in just a bit offside. So with that, a face-off coming up just outside the Roseau blue line.
Rams carrying the play early here, coming out with some jam and getting a few good looks in on the Spuds Taylor Crescent.
12:50 remaining, opening period of play. Moorhead boys basketball team in action tonight, as well as they had a game postponed from the weather conditions we experienced earlier in the week, and have made the road trip to Bemidji. Off to the far side, Kate Kozabud. The nice soft pass, and it rolls off. The Spuds are waiting for it. The Rams are waiting for it, and it's pulled in by Peyton Remick. And the return goes all the way around the rink and to the far side. Remick in pursuit, brings it up high in the slot. Then it's tapped away. Good poke check away by the Spuds Olivia Dronen, and the defender keeps the play alive at center ice. Off to the far side and down deep into the corner. It's played there, and it's worked to the back corner. Tapped away near side. Dronen takes a look at it, waits for it. On the stick, it plays it out to center. The return sent back in by Corinna Christensen. Off to the far side and back now near corner. Just inside of 12 minutes to go in the opening period as play comes right back in by the Rams. Here's the walk-in from the side angle. Shot blocked away. That shot by Hubda had a chance, but it was knocked away in traffic. Rams have it. Spuds take it away and send it around the corner. Battle for possession there, and the Spuds had it, but only for a moment before it's taken back by Jasmine Hubda. The Spuds on the rebound come all the way up. We had a 2-on-1, and the play goes deep into the corner, and then overskated on the play. It's taken back by Addison Johnson. Deep into the corner, the Spuds' Lucy Wilson battles for it, and out of the corner it's sent out, and the play comes up ice now with the Rams in control, catching up to it. Ella Kettering takes it down deep into the corner. She goes down. Moorhead's Clara Bernstrom goes down, and play comes up on top. Out to center ice, it's played, and a giveaway pass there. Then it's recovered. Spuds have it. Here's the walk-in by Ella Holm. Goes down deep and plays off to the far side where it's pulled back in, and the glove save made.
Starting to see the Spuds get out with their speed and transition. Ella Holm a couple of times there earlier in that shift. Kate Cosbot had a great outlet pass up to Ella, and she saw a streaking teammate, tried to one-touch it into the middle of the ice for her and just missed, but Spuds starting to counterattack.
Still being outshot 5-0. And before the puck drops, an exchange of players as Peyton Remick will head out into the full sheet of ice. And in return, Lily Erickson will handle the face-off, but not before. The net is being worked on and jiggled to make sure that it's solidly in place, and apparently so, as it comes near side. Out to the point. Kozabut sends it in, and it bounces off the stick of Olivia Corton. Taken back then by the Rams, and as she tried to pinch her way in, the rebound comes off to the side, and the Spuds are there. On the ice to play it comes. Here's 2-on-2, wind up, and a shot blocked away. Rebound to the back of the net. All the way around into the near side. Spuds had a best scoring chance of the night. But on the ensuing play, we've got a penalty, or the puck was played with a high stick. And that will result in a placement of the play, and there will be a penalty assessed. It looks like Greta Hedlund will spend a couple of minutes on the far side.
Got a little aggressive there, and they needed to as the Spuds on the attack A little bit of aggressive defending there, but got the stick up a little too high.
Play on the near side, pulled in by Olivia Corton. Spuds on the power play. Centering pass got rejected. Spuds pick up the loose play. Bria Holm up on top, high in the slot. Here's the turn by Taylor Kresge. Back on top it goes. Wind up on a shot sent down into traffic. Bounced away from Ella Holm, and out it comes to Kate Kozabud. Near side, the return rink wide as Bria Holm is there to pick it up. She scored twice from that spot in the win over Brainerd in the semifinal matchup. In the power play, shot blocked away. Spuds are taking control here on the power play opportunity. Down low it goes. Centering pass got rejected. Turned away, and the Rams are there to pick it up, and they send it all the way up ice. 9:40 to go. Still a minute 15 left on the Roseau penalty. Spuds come out of the zone. They've got a little bit of a seam to work on the way in. Olivia Corton goes deep into the corner, still in control. Corton walking her way along the boards near side, setting play up. Bounces it to the near side. She goes down deep at the play, rolls off her stick, and a mishandled play by Taylor Brewski ends up with a turnover, and it comes all the way back up ice where the Spuds then finally take it over from behind the net. Return near side, and it's brought in. Spuds holding the zone. Here's the walk-in by Bria Holm. Shoots! She scores! Bria Holm on a power play goal, her third power play goal in the last 2 days, and it's 1-0 Moorhead.
What a play to turn it back up the ice quickly for the Spuds, and a nice little unintentional bit of interference at the blue line as Olivia Corton had run into one of the Ram players, which gave Bria Holm just enough space to use that speed on the edge, get in. It forced a Ram defender into a desperation situation, and Bria's able to walk around her and then snipe the first goal of the night.
An important goal on that power play chance. The Spuds, Bria Holm off the backside, had the puck come back to her. And the Spuds make it 1-0. A quick visit at side ice by Roseau goaltender Jada Pulowski. And from my vantage point, it was really not much Jada Pulowski could do on that play the way the Spuds ran it.
And you get one of the best scorers in the state loose in front of you, and you hope you do your best, but Bria Holm's going to score that one a lot.
Off to the far side, Ella Laban sends it in, bounce back near side. Here's Addie Salvovold. Well, they're going to give the goal to Corton. It must have been tapped in. Well, they've got this one wrong.
Yep, I think it was just reported incorrectly. That's fine. Not the first
on the
time.
near side. Here's the walk in. Down deep into the corner, tapped loose. All the way around the corner to the far side, played by Laban. Tapped up, recovered, sent in, right out in front. Spuds take a look at it and send it up on the ice to Ella Laban. She's all alone heading in. It's 1-on-4. She sends it in, and it's tapped near side. The recovery comes along the near wall and put back up high in the slot, then returned. Spuds take control, near side looking in. Down deep into the corner. From back up on top, Brewski had it slip away. It got out a little farther along to Olivia Dronen, who was forced to chase it down all the way back up ice. Spuds with a 1-0 lead at 7:45 remaining. As it rolls around off the far wall, tapped hard, but it comes right back. They try it again. This time it does come out to center ice. The Rams have cleared up, and the Spuds are able to reach in and pull it away. Lucy Wilson under control, brings it in, slides it off to the far side, wind up from there. The shot is high. Back to the near side, and Bernstrom plays it back in. To the near side, it continues on, and it just did slip away. Long pass goes rink wide. In pursuit, Annika Strami got a handle on it. Play continues on. Spuds are, as they touch up on the play, will bring the whistle call, and Moorhead will go down a player with 7:06 remaining.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, this situation occurs frequently where the oncoming offensive player and the defensive player tangle up, and a lot of times the offensive player is the one holding on to create that, but so often they call the penalty against the defensive player. I'm not suggesting that was the case there, but that was kind of a 50-50 where it could have really gone either way because they were tangled up together, and they do call the Spuds on it, so we'll see the Rams power play here.
Very opportunistic Rams scoring team along the near side here. It's pulled away. On her way up ice, Olivia Corton takes it deep into the corner. Centering pass, Bria Holmes. She goes down. There goes the arm. There goes the whistle. Another penalty against the Rams.
Well, you see the threat of the counterattack, even shorthanded for the Spuds, as they were able to get loose up the ice, and Olivia Corton doing some tough work to fight around the defender that allowed Bria Holm enough time to get into a good position, and as Olivia Corton can do so well, she found Bria streak into the net, and some more desperation defending from the Rams results in a penalty.
So for now, it'll be 4-on-4 for about 16 seconds, and then the Spuds will get the extra skater. Down deep into the corner. Played back out as the Rams work it out, and it just slipped by. Samantha Peterson turned to accept the play, and she slipped and went down hard. Back up quickly, however, and the play comes near side. It is Addison Johnson pulls it back up to the point. Here's the windup from their shot in. It's deflected away. 6:24 to go. Moorhead with a 1-0 lead. Down deep into the far corner and scrambled behind the net. Player goes down once again. This time no penalty is assessed and play continues on. Out high in the slot. Here's a look in by Kozubid, sending it off to the far side. Walk in, pass return to Kozubid, dishes it down low. Giving chase, Taylor Brewski gets a stick on it and sends it out. And Kozubid just able to keep it in play. Wind up and a shot is just wide. Rebound behind. Kicked away back to the near side. 5:51 to go. Here's the play out of the zone. And on her nifty move by Jasmine Hovda. She got turned around, however, as the Spuds were able to defensively take her out of the play. Give credit to Olivia Dronen for taking away position and a chance to shoot. And as a result, the Spuds are able to send it back up ice. The return now by the Rams out to center. Bernstrom to track it down far side. Inside of the 5.5-minute mark, Bria Holm picks it up and scoots her way to the blue line. All the way up to the slots, drops it behind, and as she goes down, another whistle stops play. And we're having a load of whistles here early on with the aggressive style of play, and the knowing what's at stake is making a lot of plays difficult to handle.
Well, you got to love the pressure that the Spuds are applying to the Ram defenders with their speed and urgency. And right there again, Bria Holm just coming up with such authority down the middle of the ice. It kind of looked like a basketball play where you take a block or a charge, and Bria coming with a head of steam, and the Ram player tried to hold her ground, and they both tumble, and the officials determined that was a check on the Rams, and you know, it could have been a check either way again. Like, there was a lot of contact both sides there.
I suspect we'll see a lot more of that closeness of play. Excellent play by both teams and as they compete here tonight for a section championship. One penalty has expired. Now the Spuds are at full strength, and they have the 5-on-3 for another 10 seconds, and they will have a power play chance for a minute 35 when that penalty expires. Down deep into the corner. The Spuds play it with Olivia Corton from behind the net. One player is back on, minute and a half remaining on the 5-on-4. All the way around the world, it's dropped off and brought back up on top. Kozubid, centering pass, got behind the play of Olivia Corton. Spuds are off the boards to pick up the loose play, and it's Bria Holm. As she settles in play, it comes right all the way through. Played off the near point by Olivia Dronen. To the near side, and it's returned to Dronen. The return, here's the walk up in the slot. Walking away down, the shot by Olivia Corton. Gloved on, glove saved. Face off coming.
Well, it's great movement on the power play by the Spuds with the puck there, and then Olivia Corton attacking that seam, taking the open ice in the middle, but the Rams did a nice job of taking the middle away, forcing Olivia to go a little wider than she wanted to, which allowed the goaltender to get the angle on that one and stop it.
With 1 minute remaining in the Roseau penalty, the Spuds with a 1-0 advantage have to go all the way down ice. And played by Kate Kozubid. Moorhead stick handling the way down low. They have not made any motion to get up ice because of the strong forecheck. Here's the play, comes back, and they battle it between the blue lines, and then it's tipped ahead, and the Spuds have it in the attack zone, but it's taken away by Ella Kittring along the far side. Deflected around, and the Spuds do a fancy job of stick handling themselves, but then leave the puck behind, and a touch pass off to the far side, misfired, and it rolls off the far wall and all the way back up ice. There'll be a little time remaining on the power play chance. As the Spuds play it off the far wall, and it's picked up by Bria Holm. She works her way along the blue line before it's tapped away. And with some help then from Ella Holm, Rams have come back to full strength. Both teams working off 5-on-3 chances, and the play comes right in on goal, and Pulowski manages to leap out, and she puts that was one of her more tough saves here tonight.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with Jada Pulowski right now, too, checking the puck very well. She's been under duress. I thought the Rams carried play early. The Spuds have countered that now, and they've been carrying play, large part due to some power plays that they've been effective on. But she's right there tracking the puck and staying in front of it, which is a lot of times the most important thing to do as a goaltender is just be positionally sound, and the pucks hit you, and she's certainly doing that.
With 3 minutes remaining in the first period, the Rams off the faceoff come out to center ice as Corinna Christensen brings it all the way in. Centering pass, Spuds collide and take each other off the play. And from there it's worked back near side as Strummy feeds it out, but taken in at the blue line by the Rams. Again, a battle for the play along the near side. Strummy picking it up, brings it out in front and takes a look and sends it off to the far wall where it's deflected in. And just ahead of Lucy Wilson where it's turned around by the Rams. Now they come to walk-in. Centering pass got deflected away. Rebound is off to the side. Again, the play of Taylor Crescent keeps the score in place. 7:20 now showing as the Spuds hold that 1-0 advantage. Moorhead will try a quick change. The Rams will try a quick change. And the Rams defensive pair go down deep to pick it up. Send it back out to center. Kate Kozubad tracking it down now for Moorhead. And from behind the net brings it near side. Right on the stick of Strami. Ahead it goes. Pulled in by Olivia Corton. Returned. Here's the walk-in into the far corner. Corton chases it behind the net. She goes down and slides to the near side. The Rams put a stick on it and send it out, and it clears the zone. Now we've got a breakaway chance, but Kozubad gets around in front of her and pulls it away. Oh my, Kate Kozubad. Play comes near side. Out to center it comes. To the near blue line. And walking along the wall, she goes down. Waiting for the arm to go up there. It will not happen. Play continues now with 1:28 to go as the Spuds send it up to the point for Bernstrom. Winds up, shoots, hits traffic. Blocked away nicely by Ella Kettering. Lifted up and down and swept in. The Rams will go quickly on a change with 1:12 remaining. It escapes the zone. It comes rolling all the way back up. Spuds will wait for it to have come in their direction. To the far side, it's played hard off the wall. Wilson giving chase, rather, and it's picked up by Taylor Brewski. Sent off far side. Bria Holm picking it up there, backhanding it down low. Deep into the corner it goes. 51 seconds to go in the opening period. Wind up in a shot just wide. All the way back to the near side where Lucy Wilson picks it up and looks right, goes left. Tries to wrap around, tapped it up on front, and it was knocked away loose. 38 seconds to go as play goes into the corner. Spuds trying to put another set of skaters on the ice to wind up this first period of play. Long pass out. Spuds get a stick on it and send it back up to the line. Ella Holm feeds it ahead for Taylor Brewski. Working in on the near side. 21 seconds remaining. Out high and slot the shot. And the glove save. Nifty move by Kate Kozubad to wrist that shot in. Looking for that upper corner. But a great save by Jada Pulowski.
Such a good play by Taylor Brewski to find that second wave up top high in the offensive zone. Kate Kozubad opening up in the high slot and then snapping off a quick one, but there again, Jada Pulowski just right on top of it.
7 shots each in this first period. 1-0 on the scoreboard, Moorhead. And the play comes out. That's going to take a big share of the time remaining. In pursuit, it goes all the way down into Olivia Dronen. Brings it along near side. Tapped ahead, counting down from 3. Tied up momentarily along the wall, and that brings us to the end of the first period. Well, we've got just what we bargained for. It's a cooker here tonight at Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls. After one period of play, it's Moorhead 1 and the Roseau Rams 0.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Winding yourself up to watch a championship game, this is what you would expect. It's 1-0 Moorhead, shots on goal, finding the Spuds with 11 shots. Jada Pulowski has come up with 10 saves, and everything about play has been equally distributed from our vantage point.
Yeah, good chances both ways, great effort both ways. The defensive effort, I mentioned some Rams desperation defending, and I mean that in the most positive way, where they're doing whatever they can to stop the onslaught of the Spuds. And likewise, coming back, the Spuds defensively, 2 or 3 occasions had back pressure coming from their forwards all the way back to stop a quality chance from Roseau when it looked like they were going to be in on Taylor Crescent. And so that's what you love to see, is just the compete level and the desperation in the kids to just do whatever they can. Championship hockey, it's get our way
It's good
to the
stuff.
X. Yeah, it's a lot
Do
of
you
fun.
expect any changes personnel-wise, any little glitches that might be cleaned up in the locker room?
Not really. I think they know who they got on each side right now, and I think they both like the way their teams are playing. Like we mentioned, they're playing so hard and effectively too. So I haven't seen anything where they would make a bunch of adjustments. Just continue to urge the girls to keep playing hard and maintain their level, their energy levels, because the emotions are so high you can get drained, and you want to prevent
And
that.
stay out of the penalty box.
Well, you got to do that. It's too hard to keep killing penalties all game long.
Even us Norwegians have got that one figured out. So the teams are in the locker room, and we've played one period of this Section 8 championship contest. After one, it is Moorhead 1 and Roseau 0.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat, featuring trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and back-dragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million CASASA members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Kasasa rewards.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
As we get back to Ralph Engelstad Arena, teams are still preparing for start of the second period. Moorhead on the strength of a Bria home power play goal. That's her 3rd power play goal in the last 2 games. She scored both goals during the regulation of play, plus the Spuds got an empty net goal in their win over Brainerd. So 3 power play goals for Bria home. Now you may hear and you may see that Olivia Corton may have been given credit for it. I'm not even sure where she was at the time that puck was shot off the far corner. That was so apparent to us that it was Bria Holm who got the goal. So we're going to go with that until we hear an official counting on that as to how that goal was scored. But the Spuds with that 1-0 advantage now. Goaltender Taylor Crescent has faced 7 shots, 7 saves made. Now the scoreboard is also indicating that Jada Pulowski had 7 shots looked at and came up with 6 saves in that first period. When we heard the announcement given, it indicated that she had faced 11 shots and had made 10 saves. So some bookkeeping discrepancies here tonight, Rob, as we get this championship game played.
Wouldn't be the first time the board was different from the book. We know that.
No, it happens every once in a while, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, from the sound you can hear in the background, the Spuds have made their appearance, and you indicated that you thought the way the game was played in that first period may not see a lot of changes, with one exception, perhaps to be a little bit more concerned about staying out of the penalty box. You want to keep sure that you've got your entire team available.
Yeah, I would expect to see a lot more 5-on-5 play than we saw in the first period, to your point, for sure.
We also know that as games go on and you become a little more tired, you start to do things that you normally wouldn't.
That's true, and depending on which side of the scoreboard you're on, the desperation elevates more quickly, and when you're tired and you're desperate, then things get a little out of sorts sometimes, so definitely keep an eye on that.
The winner here moves on to state tournament competition. The Class A tournament begins on Wednesday. The Class AA tournament begins on Thursday. And after the weekend's play has been finished, we will have the pairings announced. The seed teams, the first 5 with the bottom 3 being assigned to the top 1, 2, and 3. Number 4 and 5 will play. We know that for a fact. And so it always proves to be an interesting concept as to how you're going to get the best matchups possible. And that seems to be a pretty good formula.
Yeah, it has played out to work just fine. And I think most people prefer it to the old days when there was predetermined in advance what section played what section, because you ended up with, in some cases, the top 4 teams on the same side of the bracket, and not ideal.
Second period is underway. The Spuds with a 1-0 advantage will go right to left as we look on. Plays dropped into the corner, from there out to the point, wind up in a shot from there right out in front, played back near side where Lily Erickson picks it up for the Rams. And then at the blue line, it is poke checked away and recovered, and offside is the call, stopping play early here in the second period.
Nice drive in on net early, kicking a rebound out just over the stick of Lucy Wilson with a gaping net.
To the near side now, played up against the wall. The outlet pass taken back by Moorhead. Worked off to the far side. Here's a nice pass for Taylor Bruschi. Carries it down deep into the corner. Centering pass. Deflected and off to the far side. Lucy Wilson picks it up, shoots it up against the base. Wraparound try. She puts that one up against. Oh, what an effort by Lucy Wilson first to get the first shot and then to get the rebound and wrap one in. But by that time, Jada Pulowski had kicked the net away from its pegs.
Well, sometimes that feels like suspended animation as the player's trying to wrap it into that gaping net and the goaltender's trying to slide across and close off the pipe, and just in the nick of time, Pulowski gets her leg pad over there.
To the near side, it is played off the wall. The Rams pull it out of the mix and send it out. Kate Kozabud tracking it down, circling behind the net, takes a look. She's got two Roseau defenders rushing in on her. She quickly turns it around far side. Pulled off the wall and headed in for Olivia Dronen. Down deep into the corner, Dronen sends one right on goal. Rebound, kicked away, no. Oh, the crowd thought that had gone in. It got caught, it got dropped down, and it will stay 1-0.
Yeah, and the puck actually did go in, a rebound attempt, swatted in with a nice rush from Olivia Dronen, and I believe it was Wilson who jumped on that rebound, knocked it 5-hole into the net, but in the initial collision there around the net had popped off, and it was evident the net was off prior to that puck going in.
Yeah, and so once that is understood, no problem. And it stays 1-0 with the faceoff now to the far left side of Jada Pulowski. Spuds will reach in and look for an explanation before play continues on. That's been given. We meet now with Olivia Corton standing in and drawing it back to the point. Spuds have it down deep into the corner, ringing it around to the near side. Up against the wall, it pops loose, and the Rams try to pull it out of the zone and send it up the far side. Nice tap away and recovered by Bria Holm. She's in the zone, has to come back out, and it does so just in time as the play comes into the corner and picked up by Addison Johnson of the Rams. Long outlet pass, and again, rink wide is taken away by the Spuds tapping it, and Kettering comes up with it. Here's a walk-in, wind up and a shot and a goal! And the Rams take advantage of a turnover at center ice. And a quick one on old Jasmine Hovda, getting the game-tying goal here early in the second period.
Well, the Rams on a very benign play cleared the zone off the glass. They had really nothing going through the neutral zone, but that created a bouncing puck that became difficult for the Spuds defender to corral, and it does bounce over her stick, and there she is, Jasmine Hovda, right there to jump on it, and what a quick release and great snapshot from Jasmine Hovda to beat Crescent.
We talked about that in the last game.
That was Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
Those are different.
I get them mixed up.
Well,
along with a lot of other things. Play is back up, and we're tied now at 1, and this championship game has just taken another turn towards being just that as it rolls off to the far corner. Behind the net, player down, no further play contended, and it comes back to the near side. It goes as an unassisted goal for Jasmine Hovda, and the K comes back down near corner. Strami to the far side, and out, played back in. Recovered there by the Spuds. Kendall Lund had it for a moment, dishes it ahead, and it comes back down near side. Up against the wall and recovered. Tapped up against the wall and returned in. It bounces all the way down, giving chase. Summer Bufflin picks it up for the Rams and sends it off far side, and it bounces up and out of play. Yeah, 1-1. We play here in the second period.
And what a turn, and that's what happens in these championship games is the Spuds seem to be asserting themselves and taking over the game, and the Rams really couldn't do much to generate a lot, but a simple clear just created an opportunity really out of nothing, and they capitalize on it, which completely flips the emotion of the game, and we'll see how both teams respond from here.
Spuds are the home team as the number 1 seed, and they have the last chance to change players if they so choose. They did. And the players have come to the side as the Spuds pick up the faceoff and send a shot and an easy swipe away by Jada Pulowski. Back down to the near side and down into the corner as Addison Johnson gives chase for the Rams. leaves it there. Off to the far side, here's the look and wind up and a shot set on. Blocked back on the near side. Tapped up into the corner. Chased on by Kate Kozubot. Spuds have it in the attack zone. And here's a soft touch out to the point. Wind up in a shot hitting traffic. Recovered by Ella Laban. And the Spuds have it along the near side wall. Played ahead now for Haley Melquist. Down deep in the near corner. Played off to the far side. Here's the work along by Ella Kittring. Into the near side and down low it goes. Up against the wall. Tapped away. Here's a shot into traffic and it's bounced away. Again, it rolls in on goal. 13-17 remaining. The Rams have scored here in the second to tie the game at 1.
They certainly captured that momentum swing that's gone their way, and now they're starting to apply a little more pressure down on the Spuds. Crescent, I think, a nice job there of just covering that up and regaining some control.
Face up on the near side, picked up by the Rams. Peyton Remick turns one into traffic, and it's bounced out into play where Bria Holm picks it up, and she slides her way in. All of a sudden, it's 1-0. She goes backhand, and it rolls down. Tipped in, score! And it's going to be waved off. And once again, the goal had come off its pegs and will not be allowed. It stays 1-1.
Well, there's a lot of things going on right here in this play. Tremendous speed from Bria Holm up the wing on the left side, cutting in, taking that puck hard to the front of the net. And she's got that wicked shot. And I think she elected to use some deception and try to beat the goalie either far side or 5-hole, creating a collision and some chaos. A loose puck lays there again. The Spuds bang it in. But through the collision, again, the net was off again, clearly off. It was off. There's no question about that. It seems like Coach Kraft has a question about that, but it was. I mean, it did seem like it was off.
Well, it was bang bang. There was it was so
bang,
close.
Bang,
yeah.
We have the vantage point up here that's a little bit easier to see that.
Well, certainly.
And anyway, that I don't know. We have the Rams bench talking to the other referee as well, and I don't know if they're calling for a goalie interference or a penalty on Bria Holm going that hard to the net. And it's there's a lot happening there. And again, it shows you this is what happens in championship games. I mean,
competition is at a high level. Well, they're going to move the face-off outside the zone now.
And this will just be because they determined that the Spuds knocked the net off. Would be my guess, and then the face-off comes out of the zone.
And with the play down, it is tipped into the zone and recovered by the Rams, set off far side. A quick touch. Strami picks it up and rifles it off the plexiglass far side, bouncing back onto the ice at center. And it's picked up by the Rams, and a long shot sent down low, played back to the near side. Giving chase, Annika Strami had it tapped away, pounded up against the base of the net, and recovered Moorhead. And a lifted pass comes all the way up and all the way down, and that sets up an icing call, something we haven't seen much of since very early in the contest tonight, and it comes with the game tied at 1.
Yeah, you're right about that, Larry. Both teams have good possession coming out of the ice, defense that can control that breakout and connect passes and control it up through the neutral zone, so very few icings to this point.
Face off to the stick side of Taylor Crescent. And as it was dropped, a whistle said, let's do this again. Play is down, up on top, and out it comes. Played to the far side, tapped ahead and in. Down deep into the corner as Kylie Burek was trying to prevent the play from getting any deeper into the zone. Spuds out of the far corner. Stick handling it higher. We got two players tied up, and it comes up on top. Wind up in a shot, and it's blocked away. Olivia Dronen had a good long look. And the rebound comes back out to Peyton Remick, and she turns that shot in. Bounced high off the glass. Back to the near side it plays. 12 minutes remaining. Second period of play tied at 1. A quick touch, soft touch down low, and rings around to the far side as the Spud stick handle it away, then lose it momentarily before picking it up and sending it out to center ice where it's returned by Johnson. It rolls to the near corner. Behind the net, off to the far side, intercepted at the point. Spuds take a battle for it and finally get a stick on it to pull it loose and stick handle their way out of the zone. And from there, it's picked up by Summer Bufflin of Roseau. A collision. We had Bria Holmes sliding in. We had Samantha Peterson sliding in together. And they nearly took out the play. Play goes down low as the Rams had a shot on goal, steered away by Crescent. Now deep in from behind the net, a backhand try. Hovda out on top, waiting to take it, and it bounces off a skate and comes back on the near side. All the way down into the corner. Moorhead back to pick it up with play now just inside of 11 minutes to go. It hits off the plexiglass and play continues on to the far side. Rolling on their way in, it is left up for grabs, and the Rams come up with it. Here's a breakaway try on the way through. It's Lily Erickson, and it came in just offside. Lily Erickson was trying to set up a breakaway opportunity, couldn't hold the zone long enough, and that brings up a face-off.
Well, Greta Hedlund again she was trying to join the attack. She was a little bit up ahead of the play and tried to do a little jump step to avoid the offsides, but just wasn't quite able to hold that line.
Moorhead with a quick change as Haley Melquist comes on to handle the face-off. Tapped up against the wall near side, battled for it. Spuds come up with it, send it off to the far side and played off the wall and in. It goes deep into the corner. Spinning behind the net, it comes back out on the near side where Strami gives chase. She pokes it down low and keeps it in play, and it's picked up by Melquist. Now Melquist walks her way in, had it deflected away, and it comes loose near side. Try to tap it in towards the point, but cannot. The outlet pass comes up on top, wind up in a shot, blocked, and it's hauled in and saved for Jada Pulowski. That one was dangerously close had it been a rebound involved.
Yeah, nice job of controlling that rebound by Pulowski, and a nice shot coming in from Clara Bernstrom at the point, and Haley Melquist right there in front of the net to provide a little traffic, trying to take the eyes away from Pulowski, ready for a rebound, and that's something the Spuds are going to want to continue to do, is get that traffic out in front of Jada Pulowski.
Bria Holm for Moorhead, Jasmine Hubda for Roseau, and it's tied 1 apiece. Backhand shot blocked off to the side by Pulowski. The return off the base of the net. Loose puck picked up by Olivia Corton. Sends it up to the point. Here's a deflection down low off a skate, and play goes deep into the corner. Backhanded there where Bria Holm reaches around, pulls it up, and sends it to the point. Kept safely in. Then play goes down. Walking her way through. Here's the tap in on goal and covered up. A soft approach from the far side, but somehow found its way through all the traffic and into the glove of Jada Pulowski.
Good bit of composure from Kate Kosovan at the blue line as she mishandled the initial pass, and it almost felt like it jumped off sides, but she kept her composure, was able to work her way into a shot, and again, good traffic from Corton out front.
With play in the far corner, 9:40, second period, championship hockey tied at 1. Moorhead out of their own end, backpedaling their way down. Kate Kozubud being pursued and pressured by Samantha Peterson. Forces the pass off to the far side. Moorhead's Kate Kozubud comes all the way back and on the near wall, taps it up towards the blue line, and it was sent in offside. Just got outside the zone when Kozubud had it. And on the return, the Rams were still in the attack zone.
So we're going to have a too many player on the ice penalty coming up against the Rams here. It looks like the linesman caught it.
Amanda Giles listening in. And as you might expect, not totally in agreement with the call, I suspect.
Didn't seem
especially
like it.
With especially with a call like that, is you're busy exchanging players on the ice for players in the box. And the Rams got caught with too many on the ice.
Yeah, and it's always a tough one in the subjectivity of if the player was an impact on the play or not, and sometimes it's automatic if they touch the puck, and it's a tough penalty to swallow.
Moorhead has the extra skater as Bria Holm. Stick handles her way to the near side, turns the corner, goes down low all the way to the far corner. Still in control, brings it all the way out, and she'll set it up at center ice and reload the gun. Near side, it's Bria Holm. Separates down, she shoots it high, off the glass and all the way far side. Picked up there again, up in the slot. High in the slot now, here's looking in Olivia Corton. Sends it off to the far side, the return to Kozubud on top. She rifles the shot, blocked away by Pulowski. On top it comes, and Kozubud sends it far side. Here's the walk-in shot, blocked, and that's caught, and then put back into play where the Rams steer it out of the zone with a long play out to Taylor Crescent at the other end. The return now, Moorhead mishandled the play at the blue line, and the Rams come up with it. Scrambling after it, it comes all the way down near side. As the net again has been touched hard enough to wiggle out of play.
Well, as the Rams try to take advantage of another opportunistic situation with the turnover at the blue line, and there again, Jasmine Hovda was the one trying to come in on net, and Kate Costabot in some desperation coming back so hard, diving to break up the play, knocks the net off.
Off the face-off, Olivia Corton sends it out in front, and it's deflected back by Queen. Moorhead backpedaling to pick it up as Costabot now sends it rink wide, and from the far side, the walk-in comes from Olivia Corton. She goes all the way down, sends it down. There's a shot, the block, and a slide across the goal mouth save. Pulowski's coming up big.
Well, what a play using the speed. Olivia Corton again, the speed and strength on the edge. The drive around, she gets below the goal line, but some players have that knack that they say, eyes in the back of their head. When she knew she had Ella Holm in a beautiful backhand pass right on her tape, but Pulowski there again.
8 minutes to go. We're about halfway through. Up on top, 1-1 we play. Down low, Spuds with the extra skater. Circling and heading around, Olivia Corton returns it, takes the return pass, walks her way in. Here's the shot, the block, and the save is kicked out, and the Spuds will reload up high in the slot, but it's tipped away. Great play there by Jasmine Hovda to steer it away. Back come the Spuds as they clear it at center ice, sending it off to the far side, and a walk in. Backhand dropped up on top. Corton outside the zone. Spuds will have to touch up. That's going to take time away from the penalty and bring the Rams back to full strength. Here's Bria Holm. She'll cross over and head in. Bria Holm goes off to the glove side, and it's snared away by Pulowski. Now, that was a difficult play in the makings, but there was nobody in the way, and so it was an easy catch for Pulowski.
Well, and again, whether it was easy or not, she sure made it look that way. And
yes, she
you
did.
can see the confidence in her to come out and challenge Bria Holm, again, one of the best scorers around, and she comes out and calmly snags the.
Moorhead now has outshot the Rams 21-9 to this point, halfway through. Here's a breakaway, and on a steal it rolls in and steered off to the side. Rams will try to look for a wraparound on the backside, and it comes out in front. Spuds are there to pull it away. Here's an outlet pass that was just ahead of Ella Laban. The return and a send-in to the far side. All the way off the far wall. Played back out by the Rams, and it comes to Lily Erickson. Here's a windup and a shot down low, and away it goes. Back out to center. We got a breakaway Moorhead. And she gets her skates and winds up and sends it behind the net. She was had trouble getting that motor running on that last one. Here's a play back now as they'll try it up against the wall. Annie Krieg goes down. Aurelia Laban goes down. Played off to the far side, then back up on top. Moorhead again, a little troubles handling the puck in tight situations. And the loose puck behind the net comes back and is pulled in by Amelia Queen of Roseau. Dished off to the far side, 6:09 remaining. The play tapped up and off to the far side. Gets out to center ice. Spuds will pick it up there and try to lift it up and get it back into play. Here's the return pass for Taylor Bruschi, and it got away from her, tapped away by the Rams, and the Spuds go back deep to pick it up. Outlet pass far side. Here's the walk-in by Bruschi. Winds up and sends it, and it's deflected away. Nice recovery and a nice save. Again, players are making plays here in this second period. And with the play off to the far side, it is bounced off the wall, and it comes all the way down. And as it clears the end line, that brings up an icing call, and it brings up a face-off in the Roseau end.
Well, you look at the energy level coming from Ella Holm, what she's bringing to the game right now, as well as Lucy Wilson, and then the playmaking ability of Taylor Bruschi and Olivia Corton. You got to like that if you're a Spuds fan or you're on the Spuds bench right now with, can we wear them out? Can we keep leaning on them and wear them out?
5:29 and clock is underway in the second period. Moorhead and Roseau tied at 1. Here's a walk-in and a fan on the shot, and then into the goal mouth it goes with players falling down all around the play, and play stops there. There are a lot of people that are anticipating that another rematch of Moorhead and Roseau upcoming in the boys division of this hockey world that we live in.
Both communities wouldn't mind seeing that.
Play comes near side, including the Thief River Falls community, which would probably host it then too. To the near side, back up against the near wall. Closing in on 5 minutes to play, centering pass, tapped away. Olivia Corton, here's the play up on top, and that one is sent in just wide. Back now to the near side, picked up by Dronen. She'll walk her way in, got caught from the side, but turns, shoots, and it's blocked away. I think Pulowski, but I think also the defense was a factor in that play being blocked and snubbed. Back up ice to the far side now it plays. Moorhead coming in on the play with Olivia Corton. She overskated. The loose puck picked up by the Rams, bringing it out to center, taken away by Corton. Down deep in the near corner. Then up on top. Here's the turn on a shot, and it's blocked away off the base of the net. Comes back now with 4:24 to go. Spuds are trying to line up anything they can and getting shots on goal as they have almost tripled up on the Rams in that department. Here's penalty stopping play with 4:16 to go, and it looks like the Spuds will get the extra skater one more time.
Well, this is a big moment of many in this game right now that's going to come forward in the last 4:16 of this period and the third. But the Spuds, again, getting a power play here. They're going to want to take advantage of one of these. They've got a number of chances. They're doing well to move the puck around and get good looks. They're going to want to break the cage here on this one.
Face off. It got thrown out a little bit too hard. Brewski chased it down, sent it back in, rejected by the Rams, and a long pass goes all the way down, and it's one-on-one down deep. Now the pursuit from the defense forces the Spuds to regroup and carry it behind the net. Here's a trip around the world, and drop back for Bria Holmes. She winds up to shoot, and it got blocked just off to the side. Ella Laban picking up the rebound, finding Kate Kozabud. She finds Bria Holm. It slides off her stick, and she plays, continuing out to Kozabud, wind up in a shot, blocked down off to the far side, recovered by Jasmine Hovda. Out at the top of the slot, Moorhead has it back again. Here's Bria Holm, shoots and lifted it high. That one rings out of the zone and all the way back up ice. This will bring us halfway through the penalty, still a minute remaining with the power play Moorhead. 3:16 remaining and a 1-1 tie, second period. Down deep is Corton. Sends it up on top. Here's the walk-in by Brewski to the near side. Dronen shoots, and it's a glove save. There again, had a pretty good sight of view on that shot coming in.
Wow, the intensity, the compete level out there from the girls. Ella Holm out front, in front of the net for the Spuds, fighting for every inch of ice. And the Rams are doing such a good job of competing in front of their own net to make it difficult on the Spuds to get at those rebounds.
Annie Krieg sends it up on top. Nice job of stick handling. Here's a windup and a shot by Olivia Dronen. Again, the Spuds are taking advantage of any opportunity they can to rifle something in, hoping to get a rebound or another chance to tip in.
Yeah, the Spuds are definitely playing downhill right now, and the Rams are doing everything they can do to fight off this onslaught. They're going to want to switch that quickly here because it's too hard to defend that competitively that long.
Up on top, here's a windup and shot by Dronen. Bounces back into play. Spuds have it at the point for Dronen. Slides high in the slot. Pulls up short. Dronen carries on. Down deep into the corner. Centering pass up against the base. She picks up the rebound. Sends it out in front. Now 23 seconds remaining. We got another breakaway. Here's Peyton Remick on the way in. She backhands it against the base of the net. Wow, she had about 6 inches to shoot at and just missed wide left. And the loose puck is picked up by Ella Holm. This on the way up ice will take away the penalty. And both teams come back at full strength. With 2:14 now showing it stays tied at 1. Well, apparently we've got another penalty coming up as Taylor Crescent was scooting her way off ice and looking up ice. She saw what had happened at the other end.
And I saw an altercation after Peyton Remick had come up on that mini breakaway. As she was ridden off the play behind the net, she was getting a little feisty. And I want to think that's maybe what the officials saw, because there was kind of a headlock type punch thing thrown back there, and that's going to get you in the box.
And it was Jasmine Hovda that ended up in the penalty box. Or was it Peyton Remick, rather? Peyton Remick. And the Spuds stay on the power play. Here's a windup and a shot blocked into traffic, bandied about between the skates and the sticks. And the officials have had a busy night tonight determining whether the net has stayed in play or whether the puck has been legally shot or not.
You can see by the reaction of Spud fans that they're going to want that equipment checked as to why that net keeps popping off that frequently. Of course, they've had 2 goals taken off the board because of it, and now again on the attack, the net pops off, and refs are doing their best to figure it out and get that thing to stay in place.
Yeah, they continue to work on it, and it appears that perhaps there's been a little bit too much ice at the bottom of the peg, which allows for that lift and an easier chance for it to pop off balance. And it comes all the way out to center ice where the Spuds will pick it up. Here's the return by Olivia Dronen. Down deep into the corner as play continues in the Moorhead attack zone. Up on top, recovered. Olivia Dronen sets up on the far point. And she now slides over high in the slot. Dronen feeds it off far side. Looking to the near wing. Here's a backhand shot sent on. And again, it is Jada Pulowski called into action to make the save.
Nice little play up top there from Olivia Dronen, moving across the blue line, finding Addie Salvovold back in high support. And Addie does a nice job of attacking that middle of that ice, moving in to get a backhand attempt in on Pulowski.
1:27 in the period, 1:22 in the power play. Kozabed off to the far side, wind up from there, shot deflected to the near side and out of the corner plate. Bria Holm backhanding it out to the near point for Kozabed. High in the slot, then sends off far wing. Here's a look in from there. The return comes to Bria Holm. It was thrown behind her just a bit. Deflected off to the far side where Olivia Corton walks her way in from the corner, sends it up against the post. Deflected away, rebound comes back up. 1 minute remaining in the period. Kozabed shoots, blocked away, tapped away, lifted high. Into the far side. Tell you what, the fans are getting their money's worth. Here's another golden shot try. And it comes out on top for Kozabed, and she hits it into traffic. Where did it go? It came roaring out of the zone. 38 seconds now showing. Second period of play as it comes long up, and the Spuds try to tap their way in. We got another penalty for tripping this time. Here's Bria Holm, shoots. Rebound is off to the side. It was right there. The door was open, and it just missed wide. And with that stop in play, the Spuds will return.
There are moments in games that drop your jaw, Larry, and that was one. A rebound on the stick of Bria Holm with a gaping net, and it was either Pulowski or Summer Bufflin that got their stick in the way of a wide open net. I wish we could see replay on that, because that was a sure goal, and the Rams doing everything they can to keep it out of the net.
And they keep it at 1-1. 5-on-3 for 16 seconds. There's a long play out. That'll take away the three-player advantage. And the Spuds will go 5-on-4 now with time running out in the period. Winding up down in the corner. Again, a good poke check away. Here's the walk-in shot, blocked up and lifted off to the side. We've got everything to settle in the third period. We'll return with more after this timeout. After 2 periods of play, it's Moorhead 1, Roseau 1.
As a small business owner, she is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Ben wanted to spread the news with the help of an airplane. Jen thought we should celebrate by giving everyone a cake. And Eric wanted to make it into a movie.
$2 million.
Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Valley Alignment and Auto Repair has provided the FM area with vehicle service and repairs since 1978. They perform your vehicle's service needs from oil changes and brakes to transmission and engine rebuilds. Valley Alignment and Auto Repair is a proud sponsor of Spuds Athletics and wish all the athletes and families a great 2022-23 school year and sports season.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
We had asked a script writer how to put this one on paper. This is what we would have done.
Yeah, it's got everything you want from a championship game. It's got a high level of competition, intensity from the girls out there. You've got some drama with some goals being called off, and a lot of chaos with girls crashing into the net and crashing into goalies, and just everything that you want to see in a 1-1 tie in the third period. Here we go.
Oftentimes you see how an official, you say we don't want the officials to determine the outcome, but tonight they have been involved in a very positive way of keeping sure that things are done in the right way.
Well,
that's my opinion.
They're always trying to do their best to let the competitors on the ice determine the outcome of these games, and so that's exactly what they're trying to do, is keep it to them, give it to the players.
Particularly, I'm thinking of their ability to be in and around the goal as contact is being made there, because there have been some very, very close plays on whether the goal was in place or not when the puck went in. And so with that's all been decided, it is still 1-1. Third period is underway. Moorhead will go left to right. Rams with the puck will go right to left and skate shorthanded. Still a minute and a half remaining on the Rams penalty. Spuds pull it out of the area from behind and set up an attack to the blue line. Backhanded off to the far side, but then recovered by Brewski. Taps it out to the point. It comes back towards her. She has to reach in and pull it away before bringing it near side. Here's a turn and a look by Bria Holm. Down deep to Ella Holm as she circles back. Rather, that was to Olivia Corton, and she cycles it up on top. Ella Holm does feed it off to the far side for Kozabud. 1 minute to go on the power play. Walking in from the angle. Turned around. Bria Holmes sends it down low. It goes behind the net. Play continues there. Let's see what the Spuds have in mind. Centering pass. Shot blocked away by Pulowski. Moorhead's 33rd shot on the night. 32 saves by Pulowski. Spuds pick up loose play with 40 seconds remaining. As they bring it in offside. Bria Holm was still in the zone when the play came back in.
What another glorious setup from Olivia Corton out to Kate Kosobat in the slot, and a quick one-time shot, but what a read by Pulowski to come out and challenge that.
Jasmine Hovda on the face-off, draws it out, but the Spuds pick it up. Taylor Bruschi down deep, had it tapped away, and it comes all the way up ice. And play goes behind the net. In pursuit, it is Kosobat who got there first, and she scoots her way out to center, being bothered all the way in before it's pulled away. Got a double team on Kosobat, and she had no place to go with it. Back come the Spuds with Olivia Corton sending it. It comes back rink wide for Kosobat. As they hold the line, it is dropped. From there, back on near side, here's the walk-in by Bria Holm. She slides out to the far side, shot into traffic. The Rams have worked off the penalty, and they've come back at full strength. And on that long pass out of the zone, the play comes back into the Rams' end. We are just underway in the third period.
Well, it looked like the Rams very consciously came out more aggressive on the penalty kill early in the period here as they were attacking. If Spuds players got isolated and able to make some clears and make it a little bit tougher on the Spuds to move the puck around.
Haley Malquist will stand in, draw it to the outer edge. Turned around, back down deep into the corner, rolls behind the net before it's backhanded out, and Lucy Wilson is there to pick it up for Moorhead. Centering pass, got blocked away, and it's deflected. Chased down on the far side by Peyton Remick. She slides along the wall with it and leaves it off to the side. Here's a backhand try that got picked off, and then the recovery comes up and a long shot sent on. Crescent leaps out of the goal mouth. She's off to the side, nearly behind the net before she put complete control on that wobbly puck.
Good aggressive play from Taylor Crescent as a turnaround, kind of a wicked turnaround. Hard shot went up over the glass, but she was alert to spin, understanding it might bounce back out front and locate it and get on top of it.
Moorhead with 33 shots on goal, the Rams with 10. Both teams have scored, and we're all knotted up here early on in the third period. As play goes down to the far side now of Taylor Crescent. Squaring everybody up, the puck is down and it's dropped to the corner where the Spuds are waiting for it. They bring it all the way up and out, and it comes right back. The Spuds holding the zone, bring it in. Little bump there on Olivia Corton, but she shrugs it off, and play continues up high on the top. Olivia Dronen walks her way in and shoots it wide. Bounced it behind, and it comes all the way back near side, and from there the Rams pick it up and head out. And it comes rolling in on goal and off to the side, where it's touched off to the side by Taylor Crescent. 14-18 remaining. 1-1 we play. To the far side. Here's the look. Winding up the slot. Deflecting near side. Centering pass was right there for Ella Kettering, but she had to reach for it, and it deflected off the stick, and the Spuds pick it up and head out to center. All the way into the zone it goes. But the Rams are following the play and pick it up. That sets up a 2-on-2 break. At the blue line, wind up and a shot and a fan and a miss. Bria Holm there to pick it up for Moorhead. Cycling around up in front. Bria Holm brings it out of the zone. Bria Holm brings it to the blue line and dropped it behind her just as she crossed over. That's what's called offside.
Well, the Rams had one of their biggest threats of the night building up through the neutral zone, and such a good job of defending by Anna Castrami there to kind of snuff out that rush by the Rams high in the Spud zone.
1-1 here in the third. Play to the near side. Bounced loose. Tapped away, recovered. Ella Holm with it. Winds up with a shot. It got all the way through to Pulowski, who steered it off to the far corner. Spuds pick up the rebound, come up on top. Can't get to it, and it's played back. The Rams are there to clear it, but only for a moment before it's steered away. And here comes the walk-in by Kettering. Sent behind the net, it rolls all the way to the far side. Lucy Wilson lifting it to the near side, and a long shot sent in by Addison Johnson, bounced all the way to the far corner. Turned around there, and it comes all the way out to center where it's played, and the Spuds are there to pick it off. It's 1-on-3 in the zone as the Spuds are caught in a change. Here's the pass up on top. The Rams were waiting for it and pick it off easily. Peyton Remick Works her way in, and she drops it off to the side. Great anticipation by Olivia Dronen. Continues to shine as a defender for the Spuds as she anticipated the play, got the steal, sent it up ice. Eventually it's an icing call, and that stops play with 12:35 remaining.
Boy, you nailed it right there with Olivia Dronen and Kate Kosabud playing some great tandem defending there, reading the play, making it just difficult when the Rams enter the zone to really get any kind of good look in on Taylor Crescent. Nice job again there by Olivia Dronen.
Oh, and the face-off back in the Moorhead end. Put out onto the near side, and the Spuds work their way along the wall. Dished ahead by Olivia Corton. She goes down in the corner. The Rams go down in the corner. The loose puck ends up with Kylie Björk. And it comes out to center ice for Jasmine Hovda. Walks her way in. She's quickly worked off the play. Spuds defending on it, forcing the play out, and it's one-on-one. Walking her way in, Bria Holm got pushed off to the side on a nice defensive play. Comes away loose, and it's picked up deep in the corner, then by Olivia Corton. And as she tried to maneuver the play, it is taken away and pushed right back out to center ice. Spuds will have to touch up. Bria Holm spotting the play, and they play catch in order to clear before it ends up with Olivia Dronen. She turns it off the far wall, and a little bit of confusion just on where things are headed and how to get there.
Yep, yeah.
And that brings a icing call.
There was a little bit of chaos out in a kind of a strange spot in the neutral zone where that we had an option there, and it turned into an icing.
So the face-off back in the Moorhead end. Drawn off to the near side, swept out to center ice, and play will head up all the way back in the Roseau end. Heavy pursuit applied by Lucy Wilson, or Kate Kozabud rather, and it comes loose, and it goes off to the far side. Spuds keeping it in the zone with a wraparound toss to the far side. From deep in the corner, it comes back. Here's a walk-in by Kozabud into traffic, and it's blocked away. Rebound comes Taylor Bruschi. Now cleared by Karina Christensen. And the play continues at the blue line where the Spuds pick it up, and they come in 1-on-2. Olivia Dronen pulls up short as she spots the mismatch and sends the play up on top. Here's a wind-up and a shot, and it's blocked away. Dronen's pass was right there. You can't draw up a practice session better than that on the walk-in by Kate Kozabud. And at the other end, you can't count on anything better than your goaltender coming up with a save.
Yeah, and you know, senior Olivia Dronen, captain for the Spuds, trying to make something happen, get that second goal, that go-ahead goal, and makes a beautiful pass to an oncoming Kate Kosabud, and Pulowski there again.
A lot of time, 11 minutes remaining. Here's a long shot that is just wide. Rebound goes behind. Spuds on a centering pass. Ella Laban, she missed on an open net, and it comes all the way out. They're going to call offside on that one. It just did escape the zone. It's waved off now as it comes outside. Play comes back in the Spuds. Annika Strami sends it in. She'll give pursuit. Plays it off. Picked up there in the corner. Walking behind the net. In control looking. Centering pass. Misfired on it. It's sent out hard and long. All the way out it comes with 10:25 remaining. Down deep into the corner. Clara Bernstrom there to pick it up and send it out near the point. Sent in. Deflected all the way to the near corner, and from there play comes along the near wall. Bounced away, and the Spuds pull it off. It's 1-on-1. Across the blue line, Bria Holm pulls up, had her shot blocked off the heel of her stick, and play goes into the near side. And from there, the Spuds take it back again. Looking up on top, here's a roll around the world to the far side. Here's a lift down low in the corner. From there, played back up on top, and it comes all the way through, and it comes out to center ice. Moorhead will have to touch up. Here's the play now by Olivia Dronen as she circles back and heads up. Across the line near side, walking her way in, Olivia Corton. Walks her way in from the side, goes to the bad angle. The rebound, shot and a goal!
It felt like a matter of time with the pressure the Spuds had continued to have, turning it back up the ice, and another strong play from Olivia Corton to take that puck up the right side through the neutral zone, get the edge on the Ram defender, use that speed and strength to cut in, comes across the goal mouth, unable to tuck it in, but they're following up the play. Kate Kosabud slams it into the empty net.
Kosabud with the goal?
Kosabud with the goal.
And it's 2-1. We've been watching her play her defensive end of the arena through the last several games, doing an outstanding effort. And tonight she not only does that, but adds a goal to her numbers. And it's 2-1 Moorhead. That goal coming at 7:26. Now the Rams, it's their turn as they walk their way in, and it's deflected down, walking in, and a shot blocked up, covered up, and saved by Taylor Cresson.
Again, tremendous effort. The Rams wanting to answer back quickly, and they come with their own attack and bodies flying with speed at the net, and the puck bounced around, and I kind of lost track of it myself, and it squirts in on Taylor Cresson. Another opportunity for the Rams.
Against the side of the net. Corton apparently will get one of the assists on that play. Kozabud's goal gives the Moorhead girls hockey team a 2-1 advantage midway through the third period. Rolls near side. Now the long pass out and across and in. We got a penalty coming up. There was a heavy pursuit. Both Moorhead and Roseau chased that one down into the boards. It came hard, and Roseau just a bit slow coming back onto play. Well, we'll see which way. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes both ways, but so far Moorhead is already acknowledging, Taylor Bruschi is acknowledging that she'll have to serve a couple of minutes.
Not a good sign here in two ways. One, the Ram player is still down on the ice, and we hope that there's nothing seriously wrong with the Rams player.
Of course, there was a heavy collision off the boards, and then it continued on to the ice as they scrambled up. And it just so happened that this Roseau player was at the bottom of all of that, and is still being tended to, making sure. And I know also that we've seen this in the past where they make sure before they allow them to stand or to make any movement that might enhance the injury that is being tended to. And so until we see them actually get a chance to stand or make an effort to continue play, we'll just have to hold back on our observation on that.
Yeah, and you're right. We hope it's precaution, as it often is, and they're helping her to her feet now. The concerning part, great to see that. The concerning part from the game standpoint is, if you're a Spud fan, is the officials are conferring, and I believe it will be whether they're going to give a 5-minute penalty on that.
It could happen, yeah, and I think it's Amelia Queen, but we'll wait in just a moment until she turns so we can actually see the number on her back. But she's being guided towards the near sideline, and yes, it is Amelia Queen. And so she'll spend some time at the near side box with further attention given by the trainer. She'll grab a spot, take a deep breath, and hopefully we'll see number 2 back on the ice here soon, as the conference that was taking place has been extinguished rather. It will continue to skate, but now it's 5-on-4. The Rams will have the power play.
Determined to be a 2-minute penalty. I believe it was cross-checking.
Taylor Bruschi with a 2-minute minor. So the Spuds will have to clamp things down defensively. The Rams will have to heighten their offensive attack as the Spuds throw it all the way up ice. Gathered behind the net, Summer Bufflin. Moorhead leading at 2-1, skating a skater short. And just across the blue line, it came in wrong.
Kate Kozabud is on the game tonight, very sharp, reading that play as the Rams tried to move the puck up the ice. She stepped up to intercept it.
On the draw, Jasmine Hovda stands in and faces off with Olivia Corton. Moorhead ends up with it. Down behind, played off to the corner. Spuds in pursuit, picked up by Olivia Corton. Centering pass, swiped away. Chased down, and here comes the attack by the Rams. Jasmine Hovda walks her way in, and the Spuds cut across in front of the play and steal it away. Long pass out of the zone, 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Spuds with a 2-1 lead here in the third period. As the play comes bounding off the near wall, it's returned. Walking across the line and to the near side. All the way down deep into the corner, chased by the Rams as Lily Erickson looks up on top and had it poked away just as she was ready to pull the trigger, and it's picked up by Olivia Dronen. On the way in, Dronen turns the corner, tries to backhand one on, but she was ridden off the play by Summer Bufflin. Back out to center ice. It's returned down deep into the corner, run back near side. 37 seconds left on the Moorhead penalty. Down deep in the near corner, it plays now for Kettering. She turns and looks up ice. A long pass out right onto the stick of Samantha Peterson. She carries it off to the far side and heads in. Spuds come over and cut off the play, bringing it right out in front, and it's deflected up to the near wall. From there, bounced away, and it's Bria Holm that comes up with it, turns around, sends it up. 7 minutes remaining here in the third. It's 2-1 Moorhead. Spuds will come back at full strength now before the play comes back up ice by the Rams as the centering pass got knocked away, rejected there, and Kozubad turns it around and sends it in, and that brings Moorhead back to full strength as they work off the penalty. From behind, Kate Kozubad steers it back out to center ice. 3-on-2. Here's the advance in by Bria Holm, and another nifty shot. I mean, there was a lot of lightning on that one, but a great save by Jada Pulowski.
So the Rams now 6:30 to go. There's certainly no panic on their side. That power play did not go as they had hoped in terms of generating offense, but still plenty of time left for them to get the one goal to equalize this that they need.
Play goes out to the point, sent in, bounced behind the net, back out to the near side. Scrambling there, it is played by Ella Holm. Deep in the corner, pulled off the wall. The Rams have it there, and the long pass out got turned around, but then picked up and turned around again, going back. Here's the walk up on front. Tapped up into the air, and the Spuds again covering well defensively. Here's Taylor Bruschi on the way in. Dish down deep into the corner and played off to the far side. Backhand pass comes back, and Greta Hedlund sends it out, and at center ice, the Spuds take it back. Inside of 6 minutes remaining in regulation. The Rams set it up from there, and it's bounced back. Here's the look in. Walking her way down, sent up Annie Krieg, and it goes rink wide. Spuds working it across the blue line, wind up in a shot, a glove save. That one, I think, was headed for the pipe and maybe just a bit wide, but it was glove save made by Pulowski. And the puck will come down to her glove side.
In addition, you had Olivia Corton screaming down the slot there, ready to jump on any rebound that may have been presented, and nice job of Pulowski to hang on to it.
Face-off move to the stick side of Pulowski, and the Rams come up with it, but can't find a way to get it out of the zone, and it's returned. Moorhead putting on some pressure. Queen is out and ready to play. After being shaken up moments ago, she has returned to the ice. Amelia Queen chasing it down behind the net. And from there, the return comes rink wide. Moorhead out of the corner, tapping it out and tapping it ahead. In pursuit, it's picked up by Olivia Corton, sends it off far side, winding up, and the shot. The rebound is just wide. Rebound continues on. As play goes behind the net, it rings all the way out to the far side for Olivia Dronen. And right at the blue line, O'Droman works her way down low, sends the shot. Blocked in traffic back to the near side. Out it comes along the wall and picked up by the Rams. Jasmine Hovda walks her way in, then had it picked away. The loose puck is right in front of the Moorhead bench before it's turned aside. Tapped away, and Strami now gives chase for Moorhead. Back into the near corner. 4:35 to go. Nobody has left the backside or the front side of their seat here tonight. Everybody has been either standing or sitting right on the edge. It has been that close of a hockey game from beginning till now. Here's a windup and a shot. It's wide, just off to the far side. The rebound comes behind the net. Centering pass got wide, and Ella Laban picks it up and brings it out. Stick handles her way loose. Tried to hook up, and it comes right back to her. Into the near corner. It's played down low, and from behind the net, Summer Bufflin. Back on the near side. And along the wall, right in front of the bench area. Comes back, and the Rams are standing at the blue line and attacking. Here's a shot blocked off to the near side. 3:47 to go. Winner to state tournament play next week. Long play comes down on the near side. Lucy Wilson got there. Steers it behind the net. Here's a wraparound try. Shot blocked away. Pulowski with the save. It comes up on top to Bernstrom. To the far point. Sent into traffic. High on the slot. It bounces to the near side, and it heads up ice. Here's the walk through by Jasmine Hovda. All the way to the corner. Hovda brings it in. Slams the shot in, and it's rejected by Taylor Cresson. Back it comes out of the zone and all the way up ice. Will they call the icing on this play? Yes. As the whistle sounds, we'll bring it back into the Moorhead end with 3:11 remaining, and it's 2-1 Moorhead.
Well, play up and down the ice. Taylor Brewski had a yawning net. She was almost able to get the wraparound on, and play comes right back down the ice. And probably the most dynamic player of the night on the Rams side, Jasmine Hovda, had a good opportunity.
So with play down, Kate Kozubud catches up to the loose puck behind the net. Sends it to the corner where it's turned around, and it comes just wide of, about 2 inches wide of the post, sticking up in the net alongside Jada Pulowski. So that icing pass brings it all the way back up ice.
And it may not be the last one you see as the Spuds looking to defend that 1-goal lead are going to be happy to clear the puck and be safe with it.
3 minutes remaining. And you got to know that in spite of the many minutes that these two lines for Roseau have played here so far tonight, their energy level will be increased the closer we get to the end of regulation. Down deep into the corner. Played behind the net, centering pass. Returned. Rams have it. They walk out of the zone. Long pass ahead. Comes all the way near side. And that is icing that puts the play back in the Roseau end with 2:35 remaining. Now the shots on goal. Moorhead 41 shots. The Rams have 13. And the Spuds lead at 2-1. Face-off will be to the far side of Jada Pulowski. We have noticed over the final games of the regular season and in section play the tremendous effort given by goaltenders on both ends of the ice. They have just been increasingly better and better as the end of the season wears along. Play down in the near corner. Centering pass up into traffic. Turned away. Rams pick it up and send it up and out. This one comes in on goal. It'll be steered away and then covered up. Cresson didn't want to risk any danger with that puck out in play.
So you had this earlier in the game, how the Rams got their 1 goal was on a relatively harmless clear that turned into something with a good, fortunate bounce. And here again, they just try to clear the puck and get an icing, but to their good fortune, it ends up on net, forcing Cresson to freeze it, which is how the Rams are going to get back into the offensive zone and have an opportunity if they can win a faceoff now to create something.
Well, the wheels are turning at side ice. Amanda Giles is earnestly showing how she wants to put this game into play when they return. Meanwhile, Ryan Kraft and his coaching staff, likewise as earnest in their drawing of plans and visiting and making sure that everybody understands. And of course, you get the crowd involved and nobody can hear it anyway. Yeah, the Roseau fans are very excited about what is about to happen as we close in on the end of the timeout, and play will resume with the Spuds leading at 2-1, and the time left on the clock 2 minutes and 11 seconds. We got to factor in here soon pulling of the goaltender.
I'm sure coach is trying to, on the Rams side, trying to talk through all of that. Amanda Giles with her teammate. The biggest priority right now is this face-off. What kind of play can we run to generate a quick offensive opportunity? And 2 is, here's what we're going to do if we get control to get our goalie out of the net and the extra attacker on.
So Cresson leaving the bench area near side to head into her goal mouth. That's the end of which the face-off will occur. At the other end, the goalie has been pulled.
If the Rams win this, I would expect to see a backside play or around the net to the back post and bring it out front.
Puck is down and time is underway, picked up by Kate Kozubud. Sends it all the way around to the far side. This escapes the zone and comes all the way down, and that ends up in an icing call. Spuds had a chance at taking a look at an empty net from full length of the ice, but it was just offline.
Well, they'll line up and do it again, and I find this interesting as the Rams are electing to leave a winger open. It's a defenseman, Kate Kozubud, but if you want possession of the puck in this situation, I would not do that myself, but that's what they're choosing to do.
Play comes out high in the slot. Queen sends it in. Oh, and the backside was open for just a moment. but it had been ricocheted and comes loose, and now the Spuds have it at center ice. They got a breakaway try down deep into the corner. Up on top, a shot and a goal! Empty net goal at 1:45.
What an effort by Kate Kosovad all the way up the left side of the ice. Just would not be denied. Continued to progress that loose puck past Ram defenders all the way down low. Got below the hash mark approaching the goal line and is able to kind of shuffle a backhander towards the net, and it finds the empty net. And a 3-1 lead. Still plenty of time for the Rams here.
Minute 45. Play comes down in Kosovad. Did she get credit on that empty net goal as well?
Yep.
Okay, so back-to-back goals from Kate Kosovad. And that has put Jada Pulowski back in the goal mouth for the Rams. Here's a long pass off the collision at center ice. Returned all the way up. It wobbles in. Now another misunderstanding between what we saw and what they announced, because they've given the goal to Corton. So anyway, as an unassisted. And rebound comes back near side. So this will be a meeting of the scorekeepers afterwards to get everything.
Hey,
all they have to do is ask us.
We're up pretty high. My eyes could be deceiving me.
No, they weren't. The faceoff comes back in to the Moorhead end.
I can promise you that both Olivia Corton and Kate Kosovad do not care who gets credit for either one of those goals right now.
Nor anybody dressed in orange. Play comes down near side. Again, the goal mouth is open at the other end as the play goes deep in with 1 minute to go. The Spuds are 60 seconds away from a trip to state tournament competition. Here comes near side. All the way down, trapped up against the near wall. Here's a turnaround shot in there. It missed and just was kicked out. It hit the pipe, bounced along the goal line and out. Play comes back up as the play comes to a stop with 43 seconds remaining. It came in offside. I believe that's the call.
It was, and actually possibly a fortunate whistle for the Spuds as they were prematurely celebrating another goal. Had that play continued, the Rams possibly could have taken advantage of that, but they get the offsides whistle as Olivia Dronin had brought the puck in.
Here's the face-off down. Moorhead turning, looking. The Rams back, defending on the play to put the puck back out at center ice, and again preventing Amelia Queen, stopping that long pass out. 26 seconds to go. Here's another look at the goal, and it's just wide off the base of the net. Play continues behind the net as the Rams reach in to pull it loose, and now here's Annie Krieg, centering pass off to the far side. Spuds trying to put the icing on the cake as it comes out to center ice. 10 seconds and counting down. The Spuds with 6 seconds to go and counting down from there. The crowd on the far side has indicated that this is state tournament time. The Moorhead Spuds girls hockey team, after 17 years, returning to XL Energy Center and a visit to the state tournament. We'll be back and recap tonight's game and have more from Ralph Engelstad Arena after a regulation and 3 hard-fought periods of play. Our final score, Moorhead 3 and Roseau 1.
this time, bring your attention for the award ceremony. Presenting the awards this evening are the athletic directors.
One of the toughest moments in sports, Rob Grammer, is coming up short in a game such as one that we just witnessed. The Rams hold their head high in spite of the fact that they were beaten tonight by the Moorhead Spuds, who celebrated with a great deal of enthusiasm.
Well, these girls, it means a lot to them on both sides, obviously, and you see the elation on the side of the orange and the dejection on the side of the green, and it's part of the beauty of it is you have the victory and the defeat and the emotion that goes into all the effort that has been put into this on both sides for the girls, and what a great game, what a well-played game, what a contested game, and hats off to the Roseau Rams for the grit and determination that they showed tonight to hang in this thing.
And they're going to be back. They've got a great deal of returning players back on their team, and the Spuds were hanging their hats a little bit on their seniors that contributed tonight in a big way.
Really, and that showed throughout the game is they had the youthful grit and determination on the Roseau side that was making it hard on the Spuds, but the continuous onslaught of a group of girls on the Moorhead side that have more experience, and the senior class along with the junior class, like wanting this for so long, and just that determination to win this game and get to the XL Energy Center, both of that on display here.
The two athletic directors for Roseau and for Moorhead are handing out the awards tonight, and once again we see where it's just not a competition, it is a game of friendship, as we know that they probably have a great deal of common ground during the summer and outside the rink.
Yeah, certainly these girls know each other. You can see how obvious it is that this is not the first time they've come together and shaken hands or embraced as they play together, and they know each other, and they have a great deal of respect for the amount of effort it takes to even get to this point.
So the Spuds make it a season sweep on the Rams as they pick up their third win in 3 games against Roseau, and that will put a close on tonight's contest, reminding you that we've got high school girls basketball tomorrow night from the Spud Gym in Moorhead when the Moorhead girls take on Bismarck Legacy, and then we will not be able to make our trip to Hill Murray, as the Spud boys will be there to take on the Pioneers to finish up their regular season. We know that the Spud boys gained first the number 1 seed.
They did. That section tournament will start on Tuesday. Spud's making a clean run through the entire season there to gain the number 1 seed, so we'll see how that unfolds.
Always exciting as we get to this time of year. Our thanks to Jake in studio, and our thanks to Rob Grammer for being with us tonight. Our thanks to you for joining us for this section hockey championship. Our final score from Thief River Falls, it was Moorhead 3 and Roseau 1. Thanks, Dick.
Number 25, Ella Perret.
No, we'll get that over the weekend. Yep.
Number 27, Conrad Lee.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Number 3, Madeline Roseau. Student managers, Clea Novak and Jenna Clean. And now at this time, we'll introduce the champions, your Moorhead Spuds. Number 3, Taylor Christie. Number 4, Randall Cole. Number 5, Ella Cole. Number 6, Olivia Burton. Number 7, Olivia Gordon. Number 8, Kelsey Poole. Number 9, Jimmy Grimmer. Number 12, Lucy Wilson. Number 15, Kate Rosebud. Number 22, Penny Gray. Number 23, Ellie Brown. Number 24, Monica Strong. Number 25, Maddie Sewell. Number 26, Samantha Stave. Number 27, Lauren Hepman.
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
Number 30, Kevin Kirsten. Number 31, Ellie Mosher. Student managers, Olivia Duncan, Audrey Erickson, and Taylor Hagan. Now this time we ask the captains of the runner-up, the Roseau Rams, please come forward and accept your runner-up trophy for the 2023 Girls Section 8 AA Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, the Roseau Rams. And now we ask the captains of the champions, Moorhead Sparks, please come forward and accept your championship trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions of the 2023 Section 8 AA Tournament, your Moorhead Sparks. Moorhead will play in the state tournament next week at the XL Energy Center. Time and date will be determined for this evening next week. Thank you for coming to attendance tonight and drive home safely. Again, if you're going to take pictures, please